see. Okay. Let's see. No echo. Okay. Hello, hello. Come on in. Let's see. Get my screens together. Okay. Hello, hello. I am sorry I am so late. I had my wash tub in my laundry room overflowed over everything, so I've been dealing with that. And then I got hi Tut Girl. I totally squirreled making brownies, and so now it's midnight on a Friday night, and here I am. So, but first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over just any new stuff that we've learned today, which isn't much. It really seems like the case with Nancy Guthrie is at a standstill. TMZ said today that they don't believe they have any real hard evidence, that the FBI doesn't, and that they really are desperate. I don't know how much I believe that, but I hope that's not the case. But so it's been kind of quiet. I did hear though that there was, and this was confirmed, that there was a private helicopter doing like a grid pattern over a landfill that's in the area. And so, and when the landfill was called, they said they weren't aware of any operations that that they were conducting. Now, whether or not they would tell that or not, I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. So if that's the case, maybe they were searching with that that Bluetooth capability. I know, like with Quentin Simon, when they knew approximately what date of trash they were looking for, they were able to go through that landfill and meticulously find the exact area that day to be able to find him. That was horrible, but we still haven't heard anything. I did hear though something is going to be changing with the whole we keep seeing all these videos full of just the streets lined with cars, and cars having trouble getting back and forth, and there's been almost accidents. And so I did hear today that the sheriff's department is making that main road, a one-way road. Hi, Lisa. So they're only going to have traffic going one way. And apparently it was said that the YouTubers are to be out by next week. But if you have a press pass, then you are able to stay, because they cannot, I don't believe they can legally kick press out unless they're actually like breaking laws, like trespassing on people's properties, things like that. I did think this was interesting. We've heard from the sheriff, and we've heard from the what was she? State rep, that nobody wants these people there. They don't want them there. And this is from a resident of Tucson, Pima County. Irma Linda, U.S. Army retired veteran, This is why streaming from the scene, and specifically to JLR Investigates and JLR Army, Sheriff Nano's Pima Sheriff, if you didn't see it live. Let's see. Let's watch this.
Hello. What's your name?
Oh, just a second.
Armelinda. Hi.
I saw something about that, and that's what I saw. Was it Ikidmel had something up, but I hadn't gotten to watch that yet. Right when I just came downstairs and I saw that pop up, so I'm gonna have to grab that next.
Army. Yeah. How are you, Army? You laying down flowers? I'm gonna watch you lay down some flowers. Army. Yes. Where are you from?
From here?
From here.
On the east side.
Army. Were you in the Army?
Yes.
God bless you.
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I couldn't come because I just had knee replacement.
Oh.
But I'm doing really good. So.
What brings you out here today?
The other one, I just want to represent, my family for the Guthrie.
Also, I apologize in advance. It's Friday night, and my teenager is in a recliner right above me. And hi, Nadia. It is 12:12 here in Michigan. He's playing video games because he gets to stay up late on Friday night. So if you hear any creaks or any booms, just ignore it. It's just him.
I was just telling, what's your name? Trisha, that it's just so real, I've been watching it on TV, and just to be here, it just breaks my heart. If the Guthries are watching, I want you to know that my family, the Valenzuela family, is with you, and I'm constantly praying for you. And remember Romans 8:31, if God is with me, who can be against me? And God reigns here. And God will bring the darkness to the light, and He will bring her back.
This lady was so sweet. I just have to, like I said, I had to show this. And it really shows that these people want them there. They do.
She will come back, and I believe it and wholeheartedly. I just want to touch those people that have her to please return her. There's no reason why you're going to be hurting this family.
That was the first thing I thought. I'm like, oh, don't make that same mistake, right, Jen? It's like, because we know what that does. No, I caught that too. I was like, oh, she does. And she just got this sweet voice that just.
She's 84 years old, She could have been my mother. My mother passed away in 1988, and I miss her every day. But this is not the way to rip somebody out of their family. Please have a heart.
Bring her home.
Please bring her home. We want her home, and so we can celebrate with her and the Guthries. And like I said, I'm here to represent, and also I want to just make a quick comment about Sheriff Nanos. Sir, I'm asking you to please come out and make a statement to the.
This is the best part. She just really, and she handles herself well. She isn't rude, but she gets her point across.
The people of Tucson, Arizona, and the county. If you've had so many.
Hi, Easy. Oh, sorry, I gotta switch over the.
Many years of detective work. This big case here just killed everything that you've done for the past years that you say. I mean, sir, I'm sure anybody can talk on camera. Don't be, saying things that, just out of the blue. I mean, or have it written down, but please don't do this to the people. Don't do this to the Guthries. You're doing an injustice to them, and to all our people. You're in a leadership role. Please do the right thing, sir. And I know you started off wrong, and you continue to make mistakes. By now, I know you're not coming out so that people cannot ask you questions. You're just playing it safe in your little office. But
Yeah.
I just, it's time for you to resign. I mean, they keep saying that you're the only one that was available. The other people are new. Well, let people know that come in that are up, going up in the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
It's time, sir. It's time to step aside. With all due respect, thank you.
Thank you, Army.
Thank
What
you.
was the scripture you said? Romans, what was that?
8:31.
Okay.
If God is with you, who can be against you?
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah. Sorry, I have to be on. For some reason, I have to be over on the tab it's playing on, or it buffers. Um, that's exactly it. I know he is. He is. Hi, Puffin. Um, and yeah, I love this. And she's just she's very sweet. She's very classy when she talks about it. And that's it. There's not that many. I mean, I saw a picture earlier. One of JLR's supporters made a reservation at Longhorn Steakhouse for all the streamers, and did I'm not on the screen. The difference is I am like Easy, I can tell right now is on her phone, but you are either on a tablet or on a computer, Puffin. And same like Lisa's on the phone. So that's why I've got it up on. Let me see too if I can do that. Is that easier? Can everybody see that on the screen? So I put the comments on the screen so that everybody can see. Because if not, it doesn't mix both chats. There's a vertical chat and there's a horizontal chat. Yeah, and see, that's it. It flips it upside down. And so, yeah, it's a hot mess. I want to try. I think it was you that was talking about like Streamlabs. So I only did 1 month subscription to this just to try it. So I might go to Streamlabs and I'm just going to like do like 1 month at a time just to see. And if you go to my page, you'll see 2 lives and there'll be one that's skinny. That's the vertical. That's where most everybody is. And it's weird because you can look at both on your phone. Well, the thing with going straight through YouTube is I couldn't have my I couldn't do the clock cam thing. So that was why I ended up doing like a stream website. But I actually like what is it? I like the camera with the live, how the quality through YouTube better than I do StreamYard. And it like zooms in. It zooms in or something. I don't know what it is, but I like I like it better. Maybe it's that the StreamYard's too good of a camera and it shows all my wrinkles and stuff. Yeah, so let me get out of here. And let's see, is this the Oh, and this was the guy. This was the guy that JLR was with yesterday. But let's see. Oh, here. I think it'd be this one probably. I'm not sure. Let's see. I want to see if I can find that. I thought it was him, but maybe it's just up on YouTube. Here, I'll find him. He can't be that hard to find. Where are you? Because I just saw you. Here we go. Okay. Oh, it was on Twitter. Okay.
speaking out for the first time.
Am I still sharing this one? Yeah, I am. Okay. No, I didn't. I'll have to do that later. Oh, that phone ticked me off. It completely froze. And oh, let's see. Just a second. Let me. Oh, there we go. Okay. I haven't watched him in a while. I used to. Driver always watched him for his police chases.
We've been telling you about gloves found in this investigation. Tonight, we spoke exclusively to a Tucson couple speaking out for the first time, saying they found a glove that appeared to have blood on it. So here's a look at the gloves that they shared with us. They say they found them less than a mile from Nancy Guthrie's home last week around 10 p.m. February 11th. And that was the same day investigators later confirmed they had found another glove, the one that we know has now been tested and run through CODIS. The couple who asked not to show their faces tells me they were driving slowly down Campbell with a flashlight as they were helping out in the search when they spotted what looked like a black glove. They say a second glove was found less than 10 feet away. They say they did not touch either. They tell me they first called the FBI tip line. They were on hold for 45 minutes. When they got through, they say the FBI took the location. They took their information. They thanked them for the tip, and then they told them they would note it, but could not guarantee someone would respond that night. So then they called the sheriff's department, and they say they were told to leave the gloves in place and that someone would respond. Concerned about rain in the forecast, which we know eventually did come, they say they then called 911. They describe multiple investigators responding very quickly, questioning them, and remaining in that area to about 2 a.m. So now 9 days later, they wonder whether the gloves that you're seeing right here are connected to the ones that we told you that are being tested. The sheriff's department got back to us. They say they cannot confirm at this time whether these specific gloves are part of the evidence. They say detectives and agents have collected multiple gloves from the area, and that analysis is ongoing as part of the investigation. The FBI has not gotten back to us.
All right, that's the 16 gloves. So yeah. So that's what Lisa was talking about. Like, I hadn't gotten to watch that yet. I mean, whoa. Yeah, I can play it. Let me see. She is a cutie.
We've been telling you about gloves found in this investigation. Tonight, we spoke exclusively to a Tucson couple speaking out for the first time, saying they found a glove that appeared to have blood on it. So here's a look at the gloves that they shared with.
So there's the, I'll freeze frame it. Yeah, well, and they've said, so they've already said that the DNA that was found at the scene, at the house, is from a male, right? So it's not, oh, you're welcome. It's not Nancy's. So yeah, right on like that pinky finger area. They probably can't, they can see you on the screen, Jen, but they can't see you in actual chat. So like here, this is what I'll do. Yeah, but see, you and Puffin are both on vertical, and Nadia and Lisa are on horizontal. So it's two separate lives. I wish it would just put it all together. But so there's actually technically two separate chats. I'm the only one, for whatever reason, that can see all of them together. Let's see. Oh, Nadia can see you, Jen. I'm just looking through everybody. And so can Lisa. Yep. She's here, I promise.
Us. They say they found them less than a mile from Nancy Guthrie's home last week around 10 p.m. February 11th, and that was the same day investigators later.
So there's another look at it. And so I wonder, so is this the one? She said not far. Did she say not far? But would this maybe be the one that's the 2 miles away? Or, yeah, and it just sends you to whichever one. And I think it sends everybody to the vertical one if you click on my face, I think. And then like the notification sends people to the horizontal. It's oh, no worries at all. No worries at all. Can I? Oh, wait. Does that work? I'm complicated. There we go. Yep. I'm not sure if that's the one with the cute boots. I think she was one of the ones with the cute boots, which is important when crime fighting. Oh, and here, this is something I thought was interesting. It says right now there are 400 investigators assigned to the case operating 24/7, the sheriff's department has said. Given the seemingly sluggish progress, investigators believe the case would soon have to move into a new phase with fewer dedicated resources, but a small task force focused on it long term, the source said. And that's according to ABC News. So mainstream media says they're the only ones reporting the truth. Well, then, there's that lady again. Let me see what. That's just that guy. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and this is all the guys. I didn't see. I was trying to find. I want to find the picture of all of them out to dinner. I thought it was cute. Okay, where is it? JLR. What am I doing wrong? Why isn't he popping? There. Well, that's weird. Okay, here it is. All these streamers have been out here in Tucson working hard. Thank you, everyone, for the support. We've been picking each other's brains and discussing scenarios on what happened to Nancy Guthrie. Hope she is found safe. So this is like the handful of some of the people that are out there. There is the guy right there that had been I didn't see him with his hat off before. They had been going through all the washes and all the properties and out there. He was out there searching, and he led JLR back to that little spot where that with the homeless encampment, where JLR and some of the viewers brought some stuff for that lady to did he? That's what I was trying to see. Where is he? Glasses on. Where is he? I don't see him. No, I haven't yet. Exactly, Sandra. I mean, it's like, wow. Because I know they were trying. I had heard that people were trying to get a hold of him to tell him, he was just inviting everybody out. I'm like talking like I know these people. I don't know any of these people. Why is my search bar broken? It's like not working. Oh, well, that would be why, because I can't spell. Here we go.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my show. Really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. Please click to subscribe. Really helps me grow the channel. I'm outside Nancy Guthrie's house, of course. It's now day 20. It's Friday. I know I got my days mixed up yesterday, but...
Oh, yeah, Jim, the bike guy. Yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. Okay. Sorry. And, you know, I got a pausey for the, you know, the fair use and yada, yada. And although Brian Enton actually is pretty cool. And I was watching that Dad Goes Live a little bit earlier. And he was videotaping Brian doing some of his stuff for I believe probably for, and he was, because you could tell he was talking to somebody that was on the air. So but he said, he's like, I'm sorry, he's like I was videotaping you. He's like, oh, I don't care. Or he said somebody was like sniping you or something. He's like, oh, I don't care. So I mean, they're looking at him just like they are the YouTubers, basically. They don't, because he's got his own channel.
I think just along a little sleep deprivation. I want to get into a couple of things in this episode. Interesting statement from the sheriff's office today about the possibility of more than one suspect, which I'm going to get into. There's more that I want to talk about with the possible Mexico connection. I also just want to show you guys, like, outside of Nancy's house, there are so many more flowers and just...
Oh my gosh, the flowers. And then some lady today dropped off. It was these pictures with flowers and lights, and it was her and her husband were quite characters, but she was cute. She cared. They were from New York.
Sort of like things that have shown up really over just the last couple of days. A lot of the neighbors have been turning out. This one says, Nancy, may this light guide you home. And there's a little light right there. Nancy, please come home. Bring Nancy home.
There.
Nobody is
one's on the left with the flower on it.
Mother hostage. And just like, look at all these.
I'm pointing at the screen like you can see.
Dear Guthrie family, your neighbors stand with you. There's so many out here. We pray for you, Savannah and family.
And it looks like there, at least somebody is like taking out like the stuff that's like dying, and they're watering stuff. So, I mean, that was one of the things I thought, oh no, what if all this stuff starts rotting, getting gross? Like, are they just going to leave it for, you know, whoever?
Prayers for Nancy Guthrie. Let Nancy come home. It's interesting. The neighbors, in the beginning, it seemed like were kind of, not standoffish, but I think they just were trying to be respectful to the family. And now they seem to be coming out more, talking more, bringing more flowers. This is kind of interesting. I saw this earlier. This says, an open letter to the kidnappers. Feel free to read and return it to this envelope. One of my producers said this was over here, and I actually haven't read it yet, so I don't know what it's going to say.
Somebody was talking about that yesterday, and I can't remember who it was, but this is that letter, the open letter to the kidnappers.
A reminder from a fellow sinner. The depictions in these pictures is happening whether you know it or not. It is also happening whether you like it or not. Do not be the reason Our Lady of Guadalupe weeps. Yes, you are in my rosaries. Our Lady of Guadalupe, pray for us. Kind of interesting. And then there's like some religious photos and interesting. So anyway, there's a lot more sort of showing up out here, almost like sort of a memorial.
That is interesting. Maybe just trying to pull on some heartstrings, to pull on something from deep down, and whoever, if they believe it's a kidnapper, whoever's, you know, brain snap them out of it, make them realize what a mistake they made.
Now forming outside Nancy's house. So the latest on the investigation I'm going to get into, there was a little update from the sheriff's office, the possibility of more suspects, and that they specifically put that in the release I thought was interesting. And I've got a retired FBI agent who actually specialized in Mexico and worked in Mexico. And I'm really interested to get his take on a couple of things. So all that's coming up in this episode of Brian Ensign Investigates. Hey guys, all right, I want to give you guys the latest updates on the Nancy Guthrie investigation.
That's scary, Nadia. That's really scary.
We get these updates every day from the Pima County Sheriff's Office, and they kind of go through several different bullet points. I'm going to again get to my guest in a second, who's going to help me really dive into what they may not be telling us and what may be happening behind the scenes. And I can assure you, there are things happening behind the scenes, obviously, that we don't know about, because there are literally hundreds of law enforcement officers in Tucson right now. You see them around, and there's a lot of investigating happening. So I'll get to that in a second with my guest, but let me read you their official update for today, for Friday. They say detectives and agents continue to actively follow up on leads. Neighbors have submitted surveillance video from the area, and investigators are carefully reviewing the footage. That's
wow, that's even scarier.
It's interesting because you remember we saw the detectives at Nancy Guthrie's neighbor's house the other day looking at what appeared to be like a Ring camera floodlight outside, and we've seen them at other houses too. So apparently they are still getting surveillance footage from the area. DNA analysis is underway on biological evidence recovered during the investigation. This process can be lengthy. There is no additional information available at this time. So DNA analysis, we know that there was DNA found inside Nancy Guthrie's house. I've told you guys about this before. That didn't belong to Nancy Guthrie and didn't belong to anyone in her immediate circle. And why they say that could take time is because they're doing investigative genetic genealogy. And you guys have heard me talk about this before.
And I did hear, like they said the other day, that there was like 2 other smaller companies that did it. But I found out that there are also other databases, data banks for DNA with different things that they may be able to try and use too. I saw a video today of a man that suspects that the Mexico cartels could have something to do with Nancy's disappearance. You know, I mean, you never know. And I did not realize everything was so close. I was talking to Erica earlier
today. On it again, but
and I didn't realize. I mean, I knew it was close, like an hour, but like an hour's not that far. I mean, it's scary. I mean, that they really could have done this.
It's what they use to basically crack the Brian Kohberger case, and it takes more time than just traditional DNA comparisons because they go into genealogy databases and they try to find distant relatives of a suspect, a third, fourth cousin, and then they can work their way in that way. So that could take time. It took time in the Kohberger case. And just for a little bit of perspective, some people are saying like, oh my gosh, is the Nancy Guthrie case cold? Has it gone cold? It's day 20 right now when I'm making this video. You look at other cases like Kohberger, for example, Brian Kohberger, it was 47 days until Brian.
But the thing is that see, my mom grew up like in like different areas of Texas, and so yeah, I mean it's about 20 minutes from South Texas Mexico border.
Kohberger was arrested. The murders were on November 13th. The arrest was on December 30th. So 47 days. And again, we're only on day 20 right now. Gabby Petito, her remains weren't found for 39 days. So while it feels like things aren't moving and 20 days is forever, you know, sometimes these investigations take a lot of time. So just kind of some perspective there. Back to the update. With suspects, they say investigators continue seeking information to help identify the individual captured on doorbell surveillance video. As the sheriff has previously stated, while we are requesting information related to the person seen on video, and this is the part that I sort of zeroed in on, investigators are not ruling out the possibility that more than one person may be involved.
Well, so you look at that other video and they've got that other guy. I mean, maybe it is pixelation on cameras, maybe it is, but it looks like it could be a different person or on a different night. I mean, it's just, there's so many of these little weird details, and we've been, like, we almost would have been better off if they didn't tell us anything, because it feels like we've been led back and forth, flip flop over all these, rabbit holes by the sheriff.
Which I thought it was interesting that they put that in their release today. I've heard the sheriff say that before. They're not ruling it out. But the fact they put that line in today, not ruling out the possibility that more than one person may be involved, it's a theory that I've heard a lot about. A lot of the law enforcement experts I've interviewed have said there's no way one person was able to pull this off by themselves. Of course, we see the suspect on the Ring camera at the front of the house, but is it possible there was someone?
And I still don't discount that guy that they raided. Thanks, Jen. That Luke, I mean, I did find out, though, that Kayla Day, she was brought in on, I think they said it was like a bench warrant, because it was like a failure to appear bench warrant. So that's why she was brought in, and she's still being held, I guess. Well, that's the thing, okay? Like, I love me some Brian. But how did he get in that perimeter of that raid? Somebody let him in and told us. So I think, yeah, he wasn't just lucky in following behind the right car. He and JLR were like race car driving it down the road together. So, but he behaves. He's polite. Even when he's questioning the sheriff's actions, he's polite. He's kind. So, they say you get more flies with honey than you do with chit. So,
Behind the house, is it possible there was a getaway driver parked a couple of blocks away? Could someone have really pulled this off alone? And again, most of the experts I've talked to say no, there's probably someone else involved. And it's just interesting that now the sheriff's office is putting that in black and white. Investigators are not ruling out the possibility that more than one person may be involved. In terms of calls coming in, they say our 911 communication center continues to receive hundreds of calls daily related to the case. We ask that only actionable tips be reported to investigators.
Yes, please don't call them if you had a dream. Okay? Dreams they don't usually listen to dreams. And dreams are not admissible in a court of law.
Comments or opinions about the investigation should not be directed to 911. So basically, and I've heard this, I mean, they're getting like so many calls in their 911 center. And if you have an opinion about the case or just like a theory, you're kind of just bogging down their phone lines by calling. And so they are saying, please don't do that, because they're already overwhelmed with calls right now. So that does make sense. People.
Those pictures are just frightening. I mean, those eyes go into your soul. It's scary.
Well, probably shouldn't be doing that, obviously. No press briefing scheduled right now. Sheriff will not be holding any mail and media availability going into the weekend.
Surprise.
So it seems like we're not going to be getting a significant update unless something happens. And that, I mean, just from covering these kinds of stories, nothing quite like this, but when I think back to even Koberger or other big ones, you never know when the big update's going to come. I mean, I didn't know. I got a little bit of a heads up when Brian Koberger was brought into custody, but, we never know when that moment's going to come, which is why I'm still here and I'm waiting and kind of always on pins and needles.
Like I said, remember, everything changes tomorrow on that road as far as traffic and who can be there and who can't.
But barring anything from happening, the sheriff is saying there's not going to be any interviews or press briefings going into the weekend. I'm joined now by Eric Dickerson, a retired FBI agent. Eric, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being.
So yeah, I won't steal all of his content and play his whole thing, but So there's that. Let me see what else. Oh, so, okay, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we have a special. So you can go to his page, and on this tweet, you can hashtag Ask Enton, and you and your question may be featured on the show. So if there's anything you guys want to ask, click away. Let me see. I just want to check one thing. That Dad's Gone Live, he does like fire and police calls normally. And I guess he was out on a call. Where was he going? Okay, so he was supposed to be going. They had gotten a call. What do you mean things change on the road? Oh, duh. Sorry. See, I made those brownies and I didn't eat them. I should have had some carbs. They are changing the traffic patterns on the road starting tomorrow. The road that Nancy's home is on, that main road, is only a one-way road. So they're only letting traffic. I don't know which car. Oh, yikes. That's scary. And then apparently come next week, the sheriff has said that they want the YouTubers out. The YouTubers, TikTokers, any of the independents. But you can stay as long as you have a valid press pass. So, like JLR will be able to stay. This guy, Dad Goes Live, he'll be able to stay. And so yeah, so it's just really a matter of, let's see. Well, I didn't think Brian Enton had any problems with anybody staying. This Captain Kev says, why do people have problems with streamers saying they are staying? I really honestly think it's about views. With the press that's getting angry, they're doing it about views. And, you know, the sheriff and the state rep coming out and saying that stuff, that's all politics. It's all about votes. I mean, here's this is drone footage of her home. I believe this I don't know if this is I think someone with Enton has excuse me, a drone. So that's it's a beautiful home. It would be such a great place to raise kids. The pool, the big yard. And it's sad, something so, like, literally terrifying that you get ripped out of your home in the middle of the night. For something that probably doesn't have anything to do with you. Oh, one thing I did notice that I heard and I kind of rewound and saw that pool crew was back again. this morning. So that was kind of interesting. And well, that's only if the printer's working, Jen. God, get that printer working. Oh, Lord. They can be hot pink and cute and everything. And then we can call Gigi and she can make us all beaded like the badge holders. Though it'll be about $1,000 for one because she uses high fashion beads, but she's back on Facebook, by the way. Beating it up. She has found Jesus and she is pretty much the same person, but now she listens to religious music while she trashes people so that, you know, that totally like eliminates it. It just fixes it. If you listen to religious music while you act like a heathen, then I think it like cancels itself out. It's like eating a small tossed salad and then eating a piece of cake, you know? It's the same concept. If you eat some salad, I shouldn't say tossed salad, should I? If you eat some green salad and then eat a piece of cake, then neither counted. So that's my take on everything. That's why I'm a chunky monkey. But hey, my man is always warm at night. So that's all that matters. What is this? Well, what did they think a bag of cocaine found in the Biden White House looks exactly like you would expect it to look. Well, what would you expect it to look like? I mean, this is from 7 hours ago. Who is Tommaso Cioni? Tommaso Cioni is the husband of Nancy Guthrie's oldest daughter, Annie Guthrie. Parade.com reports that a LinkedIn account that appears to belong to Cioni says that he works in Tucson as a 6th grade science and biology teacher at Basis Oro Valley High School. Zach Lind, Jimmy Eat World drummer whose wife is Nancy Guthrie's niece, posted about Annie Guthrie and Cioni on X on February 4th. Annie and Tommy are amazing people, dedicated parents who also love and care for Nancy on the daily basis. Okay, so that's he's one of the only people that I've heard step up for them. And I guess he got quite like a bunch of backlash, you know, for saying it. Exactly, Erica. Exactly. Oh, are you talking about Vanessa? Was that her name? The one that Manny used to cover. Is that who you're talking about, Nadia? See, I keep going back to that, Easy. Jen. Yeah, she's drinking Diet Dr. Pepper, coconut Dr. Pepper, and down in like 2 pounds of sour gummies. Like, oh, that makes my teeth hurt. It literally makes my teeth hurt. Just, I think we figured out last night that this is someone with a shirt tied around their waist walking, because this outfit's like flowy, but this was that night, I guess. But if there's an accomplice, maybe this is the dude that handed in the backpack. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that was him standing there. This dude was doing surveillance or whatever came walking up and handed him the backpack. There was question too. I heard a couple people question today whether or not they thought that guy at the front door, was he breaking in, or had they already gotten in like through that back door or something? Because we've heard rumors of forced entry. So was somebody already in there and this guy was just out front taking care of the camera? Like, I don't know. The whole thing is weird. And then there's that blue back door by the whatchamacallit, but there's also, I got too many tabs open. Just a second. Oh, come on. But now I like watching streamers. So I'm just gonna share this real quick. I do not want to snipe him or anything. He seems to be a really nice guy. This is Dad's Gone Live. Just clicking on him so that I want to get his. Here, close that out. They don't need to know. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why am I not finding it? But he drives around. He goes on like the fire calls and stuff like that. I don't know if here I can do it this way. No. Here we go. Sheesh. Hi, Manny. How's it going? One sec. Boop, boop, doo. Just a second. I thought I was subscribed to you on here. But I am now. I think I'm on. I've got you on like a couple of my Facebook accounts. Because I've got one for my business and my. This is Mr. Manny behind the mic. I started watching him when he was covering. Is that who you were talking about? Was Vanessa? Is that her name? Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, which one did he, like, which one? Because the timeline is so messed up. Oh, okay. Yeah, either will fit. Either they're interchangeable, right? Let's see. There you are. There we go. Sweet. Yeah, I have not heard anything from her in a long, long time. I have not. Is she still around? She scared me. I had no idea who she was until the Dre stuff. And then it was on your channel. It was the day after she interviewed Dre, or like a couple days after, and she ended up going live and doing a makeup tutorial, and she popped up on my thing, and I will never forget it, because I used to be a fan of Dre's, and she was doing a makeup tutorial, and she was showing how she used okay, everyone brace yourself, please brace yourself. See, I don't know. I do not know how to work an iPhone. I don't even know how to work my Android. My teenager has to do half the stuff for me. But she oh God. Dre used Vagisil as primer for her foundation. And because she said that it had some of the very similar ingredients in it that some of the primers that she used. And now I would take that as a hint to switch primers. But she said, hey, I can get this giant tube of Vagisil for like $2 or $3 and use it on my face. And so VT decided, isn't that? Yeah, VT decided to come up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It was, I swear, I thought it was on your page that I saw that video on Facebook. And so I see all of a sudden VT decides after the interview with Dre that she's going to do her own makeup tutorial. Okay. And so I'm like, oh, I am here for this. Okay. So after she got in an argument with like 15 people for breathing, she goes on with her whole spiel, and all of a sudden she whips out a tube of Vagisil. And she's like, and I'm waiting for her to say, like, oh, I learned this from Dre McCray. No, she's like, listen, she's like, many people don't know this. And she starts going on and talking about how this is what I use. And I use this. I've used this forever. I'm like, girl, you done got that out of your toilet paper cabinet in the bathroom. We all know you did. That was not in your makeup bag. Like, she was trying to like be her. And by the end of it, everything was greasy. It was scary, and she had blocked like 150 people. And it was just, oh my God, it was horrible. Hey, if I have to remember it, you're going to hear it, and you're going to have to remember it too, because I am traumatized by that. Okay. There was another grilled cheese video too that traumatized me a little bit. It was, think it was at Starbucks grilled cheese. Yeah. Oh, it was what? It would have been, it was right after all that stuff happened with Dre. It was like 2 weeks after she had come out publicly to ask for, she was asking for vegan liquid diet because her husband was on a liquid diet, like a feeding tube. And that's when she was angry because her husband's family had reached out to Marissa for help. Oh yeah. Oh, the food. Oh. Yuck. Yeah, it's no animal proteins or byproducts at all. So not even gelatin. It can't even have gelatin. And yeah, like vegetable broth has to be the base. There can't be any any animal proteins at all. And they were strict because they went on that Dr. Sebi diet, which is actually only supposed to be a 2-week cleanse. And it's you don't eat anything with seeds. You don't eat, or no, was it? She could only eat like mushrooms, raspberries, I think it was, chickpeas, things like that. And then you're supposed to, it's like a cleanse for your body. And I know why she did it. She had many troubles with fibromyalgia, with a lot of autoimmune issues. And that's something that they tell you, gluten-free and dairy-free when you have autoimmune and you have inflammation issues. But then I think what happened was she started losing all this weight super fast, and she'd always been, kind of plump, and she liked what was happening. But then it went overboard and overboard. And, even if you're doing vegan, you have to supplement yourself with protein. And you have to use other things in place. And it's still, I've been reading a lot of articles about this because I think my iron is really low. And something I've been reading is about irons, and that iron that you get from vegetables isn't as easily digested into your system as the iron that you get from animal proteins. And unfortunately, especially organ meat, which I'm good. I'll figure something else out. But, yeah, no. But, that was one of the things that this article was talking about was, a lot of people that go on vegan diets, they don't supplement themselves with regular, see, that's what I think I do, because I have been really tired. My skin is horrible. I've been getting sick, and oh, cray dre. Oh, oh my God, the tapeworm. The tapeworm. You know what's funny is back in Victorian time, people literally used to mail order tapeworms to lose weight. But as we know, a lot of people in Victorian times were not that. They weren't that smart. They weren't just not good. But, oh my gosh, yeah. No, and I guess, like I said, Gigi's back on Facebook, so we've got her. And, oh, Manny, I'm surprised. She could be so much fun for you. I don't know if you know who she is, but, whoo, Swap Meet Sally. Yeah, I've been trying to do like once a week, eat once or twice a week, make sure I'm eating like burger, steak, something like that. Just to try and like up it. I'm not going to go the tapeworm route. No, thank you. And see, I've got low thyroid too. Last year they said I had hypothyroidism. So I don't know. I'm getting old and I'm falling apart. Right? I know. Well, she's not interesting, Manny. She's just gross. I just like it when she gets like, I don't know. I like it when she gets mad at people and they tell her what's for and she gets caught in lies. But I can't watch her. I can't do a steady diet of her. I can watch like a couple little clips here and there, but she grosses me out so much that. Oh, I did see today, though, she's getting a new cat. So they're going to have 2 cats. So God help the pets in that house. But no, did VT end up going to jail? Because last I heard, she was, Gigi on Facebook. She Puffin, that's what I'm answering is Puffin. She runs like a swap meet like out of the basement of her house. And I think I know who you're talking about, Nadia, but I can't think of her name. And she sells all this makeup, this like Temu makeup and fake purses and Hello Kitty stuff. So if anybody wants any Hello Kitty stuff, but the only problem is she charges like a $20 finder's fee when she goes to TJ Maxx and buys the Hello Kitty stuff. And then it's like a bajillion dollars for shipping. So, well, and that's just it. Like, it's funny. Like, once in a while, it's funny. Oh, because like last I heard she had that, it was the fraud. That was what, like, that's the last time that I had heard anything. And that's just it. It's like some of these people, I don't understand why they have not gotten like arrested and taken away yet. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. I mean, Gigi, I don't think she needs to be arrested. She just, I don't know. She just needs a come to Jesus moment or something. Well, I mean, apparently she's had one. So, and I don't know a lot about a lot of the saints, but like my mom always had like St. Francis and medallions everywhere in the house and everything. She was Episcopalian. Okay, that's what, yeah, the food stamp fraud. That, see, we've got a girl, which I've got to check on that. So there's this girl from Pontiac, Michigan. And she, like, was it 2 years ago? A year ago. It was on Valentine's Day, actually. It's been 1 year. There was a welfare check called in on her home because she had been paying her rent through, I think, Section 8 it was. Like, so every month her landlord was getting her the rent. And then all of a sudden, in like around October, he said he quit receiving the rent. So he was waiting because he thought maybe something was going on with paperwork, blah, blah, blah. Well, in February, he got worried because she wouldn't call him back, nothing. So he sent the police there. They went there the first day on the 13th, and they didn't get an answer. Nobody answered the door, nothing. So they ended up getting another call again the next day on the 14th. The police go out there, and what they found was absolutely freaking horrifying, you guys. They found 3 children, ages 15, 11, and 12, who had been living in this townhouse by themselves for 4 freaking years. And the mother would drop off once a week a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk once a week for 3 kids. And she ended up, of course, thank God, they got them out of there. They arrested her. And she has the audacity, when talking with the detective, to say, well, what can I do to get out of this? Ma'am? Like, I don't, and she's also being charged. She's being charged with, I think it's like $40,000 in welfare fraud because she was taking their cash assistance and their food assistance, and she wasn't even giving them food. The kids were sleeping on pizza boxes. I mean, oh my gosh. But I have not heard anything since. The only news station that was reporting on it was Detroit Fox 7. And then there was just another woman that did it not too long ago. And I'm like, what is wrong with these women? Like, oh, the lip smackers. I remember those. Those were so good. Oh, and that lip gloss, it probably has hepatitis in it. I would not touch that lip gloss. Ugh. I mean, and I bet you know, Jen, you know me, okay? I am the queen of Walmart. I'm all about cheap. But some of that stuff, she was trying to say that one day the one lip glosses she got in were Dior dupes. I'm like, what? Yeah, for $1.25. Yeah, I'm sure. Probably come out of the same factory, Gigi. I mean, now, I'm not buying Dior lipstick, okay? I'm buying Walmart, Revlon, whatever. But, I mean, wow. And then her vinyl purses. And I'm surprised that she's still getting away with it because she got in trouble. Like, she got in some trouble with, what's his name? Yeah, exactly. 3 for $20. It's a bundo. It's spelled Bundow. Bundo. Oh, what is his name? Selena's dad. Abraham. She got in trouble with him because somebody turned her in for selling. She was making. No, just a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab them so I can show them to you guys. I'm a coming. Okay. So she was making, I don't know if you can see these. They're glitter brushes, like makeup brushes. She was making sets and she was selling them for like $100 a piece, right? So, and she was just getting these brushes, these brush sets from Amazon. I mean, they're, we've all seen them. They're like $10, $15. You put some Mod Podge on it, you dip it in glitter, and then you put some more Mod Podge on it. I mean, which I need to use this for my nail brush. So I'm glad I went and got this because I was thinking about this one. But, and she was doing, thank you. I used to make these like as gifts, like for all my friends. I'd just make like brush sets and then I started looking at the glitter and I'm like, what else can I glitter? We should do one of that. We'll do that one of these like rainy days or something like that. I will show you guys how to do those. And you can do them with we used to have girls that would do them with their nail brushes. They do that and just make them kind of pretty, make them their own, own thing. And you can do it. It's so easy to do. But she was doing like Selena themed stuff, and she got in trouble. And then I can't remember what brand it is. It was one of the purses brand. I keep wanting to say Gucci. It was like Gucci or Versace or YSL. It was one of those three that she also got contacted and told, because it's the internet, people call on her and stuff, and reported it, that she was selling these fake bags. And she kept saying they're inspired by, but these literally said like Gucci and Chanel and all this stuff across them. I mean, so now what she does is she'll go to like TJ Maxx or like Ross or whatever, and she'll get like the Juicy Couture bags and stuff like that. But she was ordering from overseas and stuff. And so all that stuff, that's just fake. It's just fake as fake. It's all plastic. But yeah, she did get in trouble. And I guess somebody posted on Facebook a while back that she got LTD. Oh my gosh, I remember that magazine. My entire salon was addicted to that catalog. It was horrible. We had my boss got so mad because when we first found it, we just all started ordering stuff and we'd have it delivered to the salon. And he lived there on the weekends. So on the weekends, he'd get all his garage would be completely full of all of our crap that we ordered from LTD, all our Christmas decorations and everything. But no, I guess somebody was talking about that they reported her to Sanrio because of all the Hello Kitty stuff that she sells. And she's literally going to Walmart and buying Hello Kitty shirts and then selling them for double the price. And she's like, it's no different than being a store. It's totally different than being a store. It's absolutely different than being a store. But so I don't know. Now I said she's found religion, and I hope that she's found something positive in her life. But I mean, who knows how long that's gonna last, so I guess even just a little stint of it is good. It's and see, I was gonna do my nails tonight, and now I got talking, and let's see if there's anything new on the interwebs. Who's that? Oh, I don't know. Who is? Second, I'm looking at something. Let me share this with you. Oh, I do. My mom had always had to lineage. Oh my gosh, my mom and her catalogs. I am traumatized by my mother's catalogs right now, trying to get rid of all of these catalogs everywhere. This is Nerdy Addict. Oh, might help if I share it, right? Oh, Finger Hut. My entire first house was decorated head to toe in Finger Hut.
Hi, this is Brandon from the company U.S. Alarm Brokers. We missed a couple calls from you. I didn't know if there was something we could help with.
Yeah, I'm from Sesente y Siete. I'm an investigative journal for Channel 67. I'm wondering if the demand for security and alarm systems has increased since Nancy Guthrie disappeared.
It has, exponentially.
Really? Okay. Like, can you give me numbers in terms of like what you're seeing in volume, or and what kind of systems? Like, are we talking camera or typical alarm panels? What are you seeing?
Yeah, I would say it's probably doubled our volume in the last, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, so this is, in case I didn't say, this is Nerdy Addict, and this is him calling in, asking about, what do you call it? Oh, yeah, I got everything. My first Christmas tree, my first, like, towel set, everything. Dishes, everything.
Okay.
A lot of CCTV, a lot of inquiries about cameras. I've got customers in that neighborhood, and we're actually out there today, again, looking at video because they wanted to add. So a lot of people adding video and stuff like that to their systems.
Are they mentioning the reason, or are you just assuming that they're doing it, or are they actually conveying?
Oh no, they're coming right out. They're saying, have you heard of this? Have you heard of the Nancy Guthrie? And we're like, yeah, well, of course, you know. And they're like, well, we aren't feeling very safe, and we'd like to, you know, get either new customers get a system, and they're pretty insistent about having it right away. I think people are kind of struggling with feeling safe, and they're just, you know, they want something in place as quickly as possible. So we've been pretty busy. I mean,
I better pause it. So yeah, so people are scared, you know. I mean, I don't blame them at all. No, in case you guys are wondering, so Manny, I hope this is okay. I pulled up one of your videos so people can see who our crazy princess is.
This, and if I got something to say, I'll pop up. How did that sound? Okay. Carry on.
I'm gonna go ahead and read a letter that they wrote about this one right here.
I'm showing everybody who VT is.
All right.
Manny used to cover her, and she's great.
It's from April 17th, 2024.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
Nadia,
lady,
make
the
me
one
an
that
offer I
compared
can't.
her private parts to me, the one that came up to my window, the one that's stalking me two weeks after I was recuperating from my hate crime.
And I'm just gonna guess here, but her eyes tell me that she's been doing some math. Just a thought.
The same lady that I feel she had everything to do with my hate crime. The same lady demonstrating number one suspect behavior all the time, right?
Hate crime.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what she's thinking. I really don't know what she's thinking, but I'm going to keep on pushing back against all this shit because you're not going to be doing this shit to me.
Let's see.
People aren't necessarily afraid of her. She's got an itchy trigger finger, and she'll block you. People don't want to be blocked
Yeah.
because they like to go to her page and watch her or bother her.
Yeah, this video is up on up under the Hard Truth. So yeah, you gotta, if she's entertaining. Yeah, we heard that. Well, and see, that's it too, Jen. Like, that was one of the things we were trying when we had our little guy. We were trying to be so careful about well, it wasn't that the people that came up to her. I thought it was the police that came up to her because she was like in her car in a parking lot. Or was it that, or is she talking about that one? I thought it was a guy. It's been so long since I've seen that video because I remember her freaking out in the car. Well, she's freaked out in the car a couple times. Because the one time she had her kids in the car, that was scary. But no, we were so careful about the kind of baby monitor that we got when we had little guy because of all the stories of being hacked and like people literally like going in and talking to your children in their bedrooms through the monitors. Like, that's terrifying. Oh, she totally is. Always a victim. And just wow. She reminds me of, I think it's the other girl that Nadia was talking about, and I can't remember her name. Is it, I want to say Stacy, but it's not Stacy. Are you talking about the one she lives with her mother? And she just recently, she had like a total, like, absolute mental breakdown, and they took her in. They let her go, and then they took her back in, I think. Yeah, that was just, and it's sad because I know she's mentally, is that her name, Kelly? Like, I know she's mentally ill, but she's taken stuff that's making that worse. And oh no, no, not that one. He's stinker. Oh, what was her? And it was like Love Notes from something was her page name. What was that? Oh, that's going to drive me nuts. Letitia. Yes. Yes. It was, that was stuck in my brain. Yes. And that was one, like, I couldn't stomach watching her. She literally like just, it made my stomach turn. And I am constantly amazed. I mean, no, who was that? Oh my gosh, who was that, Erica? She's in, I heard she just got transferred. And I think, yes, Love Notes for TLC. Yep. I heard that she just got transferred, like from, I thought it was from prison into a mental facility. Ruby. Oh, Gypsy. Gypsies. That's who. Gypsy Rose. Now, Ruby. I remember a Ruby, and she had a reality show, and she was from Savannah. Jen, I don't know if you remember this. She had the really long red hair. She had a gay best friend that, did he live with her? Oh, I loved her. I wonder whatever happened to her because she was trying to do like a weight loss journey to be, I thought was she trying to get like bariatric surgery or something like that? But there was always drama. But it was that guy that she dated. Ooh, I didn't like him. Oh, you knew her? Oh my gosh. Oh, did she? I always wondered because she was on the show, she was having so much trouble. I've been okay, I've got some my guilty pleasures lately have been Below Deck, Down Under, because I do like a little bit of reality TV. And I couldn't watch any of the Krama stuff anymore. It was just like, it was just making my heart hurt, all of it, and so I've been watching Below Deck, Down Under, and I've been watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So, and then I can watch them and I can be like, you know what? All their money, all their stuff, and they still got this life. They still have just as much drama. Actually, they have more than I ever have. So I'm just going to stay fat and poor, and my life will be fine. Now, the other one that I remember, she was a YouTuber. She was YouTube and she was Facebook. And I've heard that's good. I've heard that's really good. What was her name? She got in trouble because the last time I ever saw her, she was smoking a blunt, and she made her kid go in the house. Her kid was like 4 or 5. Well, she smoked a blunt in the car, and then had her kid get in, buckled her in, and went driving off. And I think she got pulled. Like somebody, I mean, you do this stuff on live, and she got pulled over and got in trouble for it. And she had all these, and I also remember that she had like grifted for like a birthday party for her daughter and all this, was it Controlla? Is that the right name? Like, I don't actually know any of these people. I just remember watching their hot messiness on YouTube. I don't know what group she was connected with, anything, but I remember her. And see, I used to follow all the makeup girls, and so there was what was his name? He was a female impersonator. His name was Roxy something, and he got in a fight with Gigi, and it ended up going between Facebook and YouTube because Gigi showed him how to glitter brushes and how to make t-shirts, like with, I think he was tie-dyeing them. I mean, it wasn't like, college level stuff or anything like that. And then when he did it and he made some sales, I guess he didn't get the stuff done in time, and people were contacting her. So then she got angry and wanted him to pay her like a percentage of the money because she taught him how to make these things. And I thought, oh my God, are you kidding me? Wow. Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, she was like driving with her kid in the car, and is that what he was? I'm trying to think of where he lived. I thought he lived in, he was real tall when he wasn't in his drag stuff. He was like tall and blonde, short hair. Oh, it might be because that's when they were all I'm trying to think of the other girl that ended up getting in the fight with her. Gloria was her name, but she ended up, I think, getting pregnant, and her content ended up being about like family life and all that stuff, and she went on to be pretty successful. But yeah, that's where I came from, was the makeup community over on Facebook, and that's how I knew Dre and Gigi. And Gigi, we just watched. We used to call her the Glitter Gorilla because she glittered everything, and she was just, I mean, you guys, people think she's obnoxious now. Like, I hate to say this, but she's actually gotten a lot better. She really has. She's like, when she was back in the day, it was real. It got even worse, and just wow. And then who is the girl? she was really popular, and she had the contract with Morphe and Bianca, I think was her name. I used to watch her and Hank and Henry. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Hank and Henry, but well, he's got some of the most bomb mascara. He's an indie makeup creator, and he has this mascara, and it's like a skinny tube. One side's like a big plush brush, but the other side is like a teeny tiny brush that's really, really good for like doing like your bottom lashes or like your edges and stuff like that. Yes, and he used to have the really cool the eyeliner pens too, that they were like the perfect size to give like a really nice line across the top, not being too thick, not being too little. I mean, and then you got to see some drama along with some of his stuff when because you know he's hilarious, he's dramatic, but he does some, and he's got it's a like a makeup institute, a school in LA where he actually, you know, like a cosmetology school where people can get their licenses. And so, yeah, he's got a lot. And then I know he's not super popular anymore, but I still love Jeffree Star. Yeah. I don't know who to follow anymore, really. And I'm not, I mean, I now that I'm like stay at home and stuff like that, I really don't wear makeup that much. I do if we're going out somewhere or if we're, you know, going out of town, but on the daily, like I've got so many palettes that, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do. And they're not even colors that I use anymore. Like I've got the, okay, sounds good. The James Charles palette. And I got it. Well, it was a present from Driver for like Valentine's Day, like years ago when it first came out, before I knew what a stinky creeper he was. But it's got like colors in it, like hot pink and like hot purple. I'm 48 years old. Okay. I would look like, what was it from Mimi? I look like Mimi walking out the door. And like, I used to follow this one girl, and she had like, she looked like a Bratz doll, and she'd do this makeup that looked gorgeous, but like nobody's going to the grocery store looking like that. She lived in Vegas, and she looked like a Vegas showgirl here. It was absolutely perfect, but like there was no way. There's no way. No, I don't go anywhere fancy enough for that kind of makeup, you know. And so, never mind. And then, well, that's when I started watching like YouTube and realizing YouTube had lives. I didn't know that there was any live chats or anything like that. And was when after all of that, the vid hit. And so I was home all day, and I wasn't watching, like, I mean, the guys aren't gonna watch makeup stuff with me, and that's when right before that was when some of the Dre stuff happened, and that's how I started watching Molly, and I started watching back then I was watching Justin, and who else? All these blasts from the past that I think a lot of them are still around, but well, yeah, Justin's still around, and then I started watching that's when I found Bailey Sarian. So like watching her doing the true crime and the makeup. And then when I started my business, I was trying to find a way to bring that to YouTube. And, you know, 2 hours of nails sometimes is a little bit much, you know, to be sitting there watching. And so that's why I did the Clawz and Crime, because figure all of my friends and I love true crime. We love all that stuff. And like nails and makeup and beauty stuff. And even if we are just sitting in the living room in sweatpants, it doesn't matter, because we'll be prepared if we oh, I just found something. Oh, where is the button? I hadn't seen this. This is on the 19th. This is from JLR. All that. This is at Luke Daly's house. I don't blame them. People don't need to be walking up to their door and all that stuff. I mean, no matter who they are. And that was mostly, by the way, mainstream media that was walking up onto their property and asking them questions. God, this is a beautiful area. Easy said she lived out here for a while. We were watching this morning about when they were showing the pictures of, oh, I did it again, didn't I? Here, let me push play. Nothing. She was she's good. She was on vacation for a week. She went to Aruba, Bonaire, and one other place. I can't remember where. But and she's been busy. She's got so much stuff going on, but she's around. She was live earlier today. And then she did 2 lives. I ended up, though, I went on a nap break and oh yeah, because let me go get that. Boop boop a doo. There we go. Yeah, that's her new. She's doing like life coaching, and she's not doing true crime anymore. But she's doing like life coaching and like just general like talk and some politics, things like that. Oh man, I had to have a little nap today. I was so tired. I was fine most of the day until like 4:00, and then I literally could have just been face down on the table. And so my little guy wanted to play trains in the bedroom, and so I was like, all right. So I locked the door so he couldn't get out and like rearrange the house or anything, and put him in bed with me. I woke up to a bunch of trains. I felt like what was his name, Gulliver, because I had all these trains and train tracks around me. When I woke up an hour later, I'm like, well, okay. Well, that's cool. Congratulations. May, that's my ex-husband's in May. My oldest is in June. They were right. They're like almost like a little bit over a month apart. But he was born the year he was born on Father's Day. So we thought that was a perfect, or no, he wasn't born on Father's Day, excuse me. He was born the Monday before Father's Day. So, and it was, I'm trying to think. there was some big baseball game on that day. And so my dad and my ex-husband had a baseball party with my oldest. And I remember we dressed him all up in his little baseball outfit so he could sit with Papa and Daddy. And it was so cute. I got to find that picture somewhere. He's got little Detroit Tigers shoes on. And well, and that's what's, with my oldest, I was just trying to do everything I could to take care of him, put food on the table and everything. And I'm lucky now with my youngest. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There's days when I'm just like, but I'm so glad that I'm so lucky that I got to stay home with him. I mean, I had to give up a lot of stuff to do it, but it was so worth it because, this is my last baby, my last kid. And I realized how much I missed out with my oldest because I was always running to work and my mom was always watching him. And now the only sad part about that is that because I was home and my mom was with us a lot, but it wasn't my mom one-on-one with him a lot. So he didn't get to get as close with my mom as my oldest did. So, so that's the only trade there that, that was kind of sad, but oh no. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here, I'm glad that he put this picture up because someone sent me this image from my previous request, and I have to say, stop and take a look at this image. Study it. There's no way someone came up the driveway, went around the back door without passing the camera circled in purple. Even their attempt to get in and turn off the DVR would have been captured. Yellow line is the path someone would have taken to get around that area. Well, because I don't see them hopping fences when they can easily walk around. Red directly next and leading to garage door. Green circle is where we see the trash cans. That is the other camera that driver and I were talking about. And so up, you see the air conditioner unit on the top left. Behind that is where the first camera was. Now there's this other one, and they didn't take it. And we didn't see him take it that day, and I don't understand why. Unless maybe it was an old camera, it wasn't wired in or something. And oh wow, 6 kids. That is amazing. I mean, my mom was a single mom growing up, and I was a latchkey kid. She had to be mom, dad, she had to be everything. But 6. Oh. Well, then I always thought I was only going to have one. I mean, since Jack was our baby, he was a surprise. And he's a blessing for sure. And it's so funny because my oldest is Mr. Rule Follower, Mr. Perfect. And then we have our little guy who, like I said, he's going to be a drummer. He's going to be riding a motorcycle. He's going to be playing, rock and roll or whatever. He's Mr. Wild Child. So and he has no fear. So hopefully, oh, shoo, girl, 6 girls in a house. Ooh, you are a warrior. Because I can't imagine. I was an only child, and me and my mom got in some verbal dust-ups that... I was happy to have boys because I thought I did not have to... I couldn't handle a bunch of little me's running around. There's no way. Oh, here's something else. On September 23rd, a woman reported that she was walking through her neighborhood when a man allegedly approached her from behind, grabbed her, and covered her mouth and nose in what investigators described as an attempted kidnapping. Let's see. Pima County Sheriff's Department media releases Chris Nanos, sheriff, Attempted kidnapping and assault, September 24th, 2025. On the evening of September 23rd, 2025, just before 9:30 p.m., deputies from Pima County Sheriff's Department, San Xavier District, responded to multiple 911 calls reporting a woman screaming for help near West Los Reales Road and South Brackenberry Drive. Deputies arrived quickly and located the victim in the area. She reported that while walking through her neighborhood, she was approached from behind by an unknown male suspect who grabbed her and covered her mouth and nose. According to the victim, she first noticed the suspect near the intersection of West Tadacuzum Road and South Bolingbrook Avenue, a few blocks away from where the assault occurred. I started to sweat trying to pronounce that one. The suspect is described as a heavy-set male, possibly Hispanic or Native American descent. Surveillance footage from the area has identified a person of interest related to this investigation. The video can be accessed here. Anyone with information related to this incident urged to call 911 or 88-CRIME. Callers to 88-CRIME will remain anonymous. Okay, now that is something else that I was thinking about the other night, is they keep saying that this is a Hispanic male, but there's also many, many First Nation people that live out there, because isn't that the, there's all of that, isn't there isn't like the Uinta Basin out near there? There's the Apache land, reservation land, there's who else? Yes, yeah. So that was my thought too. Whoever that is could also be indigenous. It might not necessarily be someone that's Hispanic, and because it's going to be hard to tell on that night vision. We don't have something to, and I thought that might explain too, long eyelash, that whoever that is has really pretty eyelashes, and that's so unfair that men have eyelashes like that, by the way, because they will never ever put well, some of them will, but normally they will never put mascara on them. And it's such a waste. But that's probably why their eyelashes are so good. Exactly. And I have my theories on that, Puffin. And I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe they got a tip, maybe they didn't, but were they digging and looking for something else? Was it because of who they were? And I don't mean like records and stuff like that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Because that's been a question with this sheriff. And this is the video of the person walking by her house. Does that look like Luke? Now, I mean, Luke would probably kind of fit it, but yeah. And hi, Misty. No, there's nothing. We're just kind of going over for anybody that wasn't able to or doesn't want to or is sick and tired of watching all day. We're just kind of going over just little things that people were reporting on today. And that's it. So are they using this to they were going after that Luke for trafficking. So are they using this as an excuse to get evidence against him for that? And no, and I really believe because it was a news outlet that put out the picture and the record of allegedly of Carlos, and it turned out to not be him. It was his father. And so I wonder if that's one of the reasons why they went after him too, because they screwed up who it was. You know? Yeah, September. And that is, let me see, who did this? Carlo. This is from Nerdy Addict also. That's another one that's really good to follow on Twitter. No. He usually puts up some pretty good stuff. That was someone that was recommended to me. Oh, Candace. What now? I don't remember that. Let's see. This is alert in El Paso, Texas.
I need to talk to the owner of the home.
My God.
Who owns the home? This is Sergeant First Class Basilio from 3362 Armor from Fort Bliss. This is Sergeant Davenport from the same unit. Do I need to break the fucking door down? I need to talk to the owner of the home.
This happened to a normal family. Last night at 4 a.m, 2 strangers pounded hard on my front door. They claimed me from the military and wanted to speak with the homeowner. They were banging as if testing whether any door or window would give way. My wife and I were terrified. I went down the stairs and yelled for her to grab the gun. Only then did they leave. 3 hours later at 7 a.m, as I opened the garage door to let the dog out and take my kids to the bus stop, one of them stepped out from a car parked in the back, the blind spot of the cameras. He approached me. He approached me and my family directly with the little kids right there. He pulled out certificates as a retired veteran, asked if we believed in Jesus, kept pressing on faith topics, stared us down, and wouldn't say what he really wanted. Who are these guys? Why did they come at 4 a.m, pretending to be military and trying to get in? Why did one come back alone, hide in the blind spot, and wait for the exact moment we stepped out with the kids? Was a disguised robbery attempt, something worse, a cult? Why is this sudden interest in our salvation at 7 a.m? Yikes, that's scared. Well, and see that, so did she? That's what I had heard something earlier about someone wondering if she said she was going to return to TV. And I mean, think about it, she doesn't have to. Even, I mean, well, and that's it. Yeah, it's exactly. This is so weird. And I still, I got to put up my thumbnail too. I did a good thumbnail. It's a guy that looks like Harvey Levin typing on a computer behind a curtain, and there's all these FBI agents on the other side of the curtain. Well, and what was that? I thought it was the week she went missing. They shut down. I thought, didn't they shut down airspace over El Paso? Oh, so there was someone else. I didn't see there was someone else back there.
Go around the back and check. Go around the back and check. There's 2 gates. There's one on this side and one on the other.
How do you think this is real? Was it? I just thought that was kind of suspicious too. Yeah, all military guys wear Vans to go do their business, right? Oh, absolutely. That's the thing. In Michigan, they pretty much just have to step over your sidewalk. If you feel threatened, good night, Irene, you know? See, all we ever see are deer outside our house. There's deer and raccoons and my dog. Well, no, my dog would probably. She doesn't give a rat's behind what happens to me, but my kids. She's really protective over the kids. So, well, here's something else in Arizona. Oh, apparently they found. So here's an update if anyone was following this.
Go run the back check.
32-year-old Michael
Go run
Bain,
back
who was
check.
reported missing earlier this week. They're searching
There's 2 gates.
near
There's one on this side,
Country
one on the
Club Drive and McPhelps Mesa, where they say his phone last pinged. And then Chillinois, which, like I said, if you haven't followed her, I like her. She's cool on X. But yeah, so
Hold it up. So we got 25,000 watching live right now on JLR Investigates. We got Darren. What's going on? Just share with the audience who you are.
Yep.
Why you're here.
Exactly.
Nancy Guthrie case. What's going on?
If you watch Fox News tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. Mountain Time, which would be 6 a.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to present a series of comprehensive findings as it relates to the directional path of what I believe the investigation would prove to be fruitful. I think that we have a lot of information as it relates to DNA, as it relates to physical evidence, and I think that they're driving towards a pathway to apprehend the suspects and bring Nancy back. But at the same token, I believe that they've hit a brick wall. And one thing in law enforcement that's traditional is when the investigators are not meeting success, they'll bring in something we refer to as a clean team. What the clean team is a group of investigators that merely place fresh eyes on the investigation. They can assist in driving the directional path of the investigation in a more fruitful direction. That doesn't mean that the investigators are incompetent, but it just shows that when we have more eyes on this, we think outside of the box. One thing that's kind of unique about this situation is they are currently assessing the DNA that's been extracted from both the house and the glove that they found on the highway. The challenge with that was initially it was placed into the CODIS database, and we all know that there was no hit. Now they're looking to the genealogical component. The challenge with genealogical DNA is 80% of the persons inside that mainframe are Caucasian, and the other 20% are other. So what can happen in a situation like that is if the person's family has not submitted a DNA sample into these family trees, so to speak, as it relates to the genealogical component, you're not going to have a hit. One unique position that we have here is there's a company, Parabon, and what Parabon does is they have the ability to extract a DNA sample and create an image. This is huge. It's not a breakthrough, but it can prove to be a lead to drive us in the right direction. A lot of people were up in arms because they all felt that the Prima County Sheriff's Office should not have sent the DNA to Florida to a private lab, and he should have sent it to the FBI's crime lab. The FBI's crime lab is the greatest in the country, but I give you a contrasting comparison. Well, with these private labs, they're really, really good. When you think about Walmart, Walmart is the largest retailer in the country. So if a woman wants to buy cosmetics, she can go to Walmart and she's more than likely to find something. However, when we think from a specialization such as a specific type of makeup, she would go to a place like Sephora. That's when we do the contrast and comparison between the FBI's lab and these private labs. These private labs are really good at running DNA, whereas the FBI lab, they do things such as ballistics, they'll measure tire marks, they'll do DNA, they do a multitude of things, but the sole focus with these private labs is the DNA. So they're highly competent, highly skilled in doing this. In the past, a DNA analysis.
No, she went missing from like around the Tucson area. Well, that's what I thought. Quantico. I mean, that's exactly what I thought. Exactly, Manny. See, I don't know. I don't even know who he is. It's a Fox News analyst, is what this. It was someone that JLR interviewed today. I have no idea who this guy is.
Required 1,300 DNA cells. However, you now have these labs, these private labs, that are doing with as little as 4 to 6 cells of DNA. So brace yourselves. We're in it for the long haul. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
Long haul. Long haul. So long haul meaning it could be months, years?
No, meaning that we want to do an analysis on all of the evidence that we have. For starters, when we look at the video, that 20-second video, we have an assailant that is wearing a Strategy brand holster that was purchased at Walmart for $11, coupled with the Ozone backpack, which was also purchased at Walmart. A lot of people feel as if this is a cash purchase, there's no way to track it. That's not true. Whenever you make a purchase from Walmart.
Let me say real quick, though, one of the things, and I only heard it on Megyn Kelly, but that holster, well, it was bought through Walmart. It was only available online. And one of the things that I have found out through ordering for myself is that when you're ordering stuff online from Walmart, you're not actually getting it from Walmart necessarily. It's just their search engine to find like their affiliates and buy it from them. I mean, I'm sure they get a kickback from it, but that was what someone told me in the store when I was trying to order something. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to find a backpack and a holster being purchased together.
Walmart stores that information on the item. And so what the FBI
exactly
now do is go back to that register where these purchases are made and capture an image. And that's what can be circulated to the public as it relates to a suspect.
Awesome. Where can they find you?
Right,
where can they find you? Where the viewers find
under a rock over here, and I'll be there. I live in New York City, but primarily if you watch Fox News, you'll see me there. If you
never seen him there.
With now, but you Google me, Dr. Darren Porcher, on LinkedIn, and you'll find me there, as well as if your Facebook, Instagram.
Dr. Darren Porcher.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you for your time and your
analysis.
analysis.
I don't fix shoulders, by the way.
Oh, you
okay,
don't?
I'm an academic doctor. I'm not a medical doctor.
Gotcha.
Doctor of
Thank you for
philosophy.
your time. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't watch the news that much anymore because it just, wow. So yeah, I don't know who he is. I don't know if he was just walking down the road and JLR stopped him and made friends. So listen, guys, I squirreled and I quit. I forgot. I got talking and didn't do my nails because I have more fun talking to you guys than I do working. So, but that's okay. That gives us something to do tomorrow. So, I will be live sometime. Hopefully earlier. I'm going to try and do like an afternoon and then possibly an evening, just depending on what's going on. But I will be on because it is fill time and I got to get all this stuff off. And I want spring and I want to do my hot pink, my bee girl style. I'll be a bee girl. So, yeah. So, on that note, I will keep looking. And like I said, if you guys find stuff, let me know. We'll go over it. We'll figure out if it's credible, if it's a bunch of bull. And, let me know too. I mean, I know some people are getting sick and tired of hearing about this. And I get it because we're not getting the boom, boom, boom action that we answers that we were. So if there's anything else you guys want to go over or anything like that, tomorrow, what I might do, and I discussed this before, like we can sit and just wait and see if there's some updates. Maybe I can play some of my little short, like Crimecast episodes about some really cool, some interesting, like unsolved crimes. I got a good one about the guy that Jeepers Creepers movie was based off of. And he's actually from here, from Michigan, and he's creepy. So, and I also have a good one about the Ypsilanti Ripper, which, by the way, like side note, this guy, this Ypsilanti Ripper, there used to be a girl, I think she got canceled or taken off or something, but that was on Facebook, and her mother actually dated this guy like back in the 70s. It was like, what? She was a total mess anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's creepy, but it's good. So yeah, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll play that, and we'll do some nails, and we will see if anything happens, if anything breaks in this Nancy Guthrie case. Like I said, we're on week 3, day 20, and it's just craziness. So thanks a lot for hanging out with me, you guys. And like I said, I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, and I want to thank all you guys. I really appreciate it. I've been trying to build my channel for a while now, and you all are making it possible. And I'm getting to meet a lot of great people. We're having some really great conversations in here. Everybody's cool to each other. They treat each other with respect, and I love that. I love it. You can't say that about all chats. So thanks, guys. It's because of you. So hi, Alita. I'm glad you're still here. So yeah, so thanks, guys, and I will be back tomorrow. Mwah, 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 mwah. Peace, love, and Clawz, y'all. Good night.